Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. If you follow the channel at all, you know that this 2014 CanAm Commander, I'm constantly playing with the clutch. I've been trying to repair the CanAm clunk for years, and I have a bucking on taking off, and just really starting to get to me. Matter of fact, every time I'm always wondering, is the clutch going to explode? So based on some of the feedback from you guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to replace the drive belt on this thing, and I'm going to hope that that's going to correct some of the issues that I'm having. So as luck would have it, my friends over at Star Knight Moto, they just happened to say, hey, Northern Home Garage guy, we have belts for your Can-Am now. So it's a non-OEM belt. Never tried a non-OEM belt in anything that I've ever run. Today's gonna be the first time, so I'm gonna open up that package, we're gonna put it on the bike, and we're gonna test it out. All right, so here's the package that they sent me, so we're gonna carefully open this up. Alright, so here's the product right here, Star Knight MT. There's the part number for this 2014 Can-Am Commander 800. And we're going to just open this up quickly, take a look. So at first glance, everything looks great. Here, I'm going to pull out the spare belt and we're going to match them up. All right, so here's the spare belt that I had. This is a Can-Am belt. This is a used belt. Everything seems to be correct in size. We see that the OEM has rotation on here, where this one does not say rotation anywhere that I can see. Okay, just to make things go faster, I've already gone ahead and disassembled the whole interior. So I've gone ahead and I've removed all of the 8mm bolts from around the actual cover, and we're going to be removing that cover now. Okay, next step in removing this belt is we're going to be running a bolt into here to open up the sheaths. Now the bolts do not come with the machine, and I really don't understand why they don't include them, because how are you supposed to fix something if you're stuck on a trail? So I've got a bolt here. I'm going to run it right through here. Okay, so the bolt I'm using is right here. This bolt is a metric M8 by 1.25 thread pitch. It does not come with the machine, like I said again. We're just going to run it into one of these holes here. And I don't quite remember which one it is. There we go, this one right here. Alright, so what that has done now, it's opened up the sheathing here, so it's pretty easy to just roll the belt off the back now, like so. And we're going to pull it off the front, and our belt is off. So the next thing you want to do is just make sure that your clutch faces are nice and clean, no damage, no marks. Here looks really good. Alright, so now let's match up this belt with the new one that I just got. And here is the belt we got from my friends over at Star Knight. We're just going to match these up. They look very good. The new belt is a touch wider than the old one, which I kind of suspected because the old one's a little worn. So let's grab this new belt and get back in there and put it on. Actually, before I do that, I just want to make note again that the new belt doesn't have a rotation arrow on it like the OEMs do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow the OEM style here. And I notice that the arrow is pointing this way for rotation with the small numbers on the back and the larger numbers on the front. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put the smaller numbers on the back and the larger numbers on the front so that it rotates this way. Alright, so this should go pretty easy. So smaller numbers on the back, larger on the front. We'll start putting it on the primary side. And we're going to roll it over to the secondary side over here, like so. That is on now. Now we can back our bolt out and pretty well put the cover back on and test it. Yeah, just rotate the clutch backwards just to seat the belt properly. And we are good to go. So I think what I'm going to do for the test is just put a couple of bolts into the cover, put the cover back on, put the seat back in, no other covers, just go for a quick ride, break in the belt, and let's see how it performs. Hope it performs well, because yeah. Okay, so I've taken probably about a 4, maybe 3 kilometer drive with the belt. Everything so far seems to be great. The first thing I actually noticed, my first impression was when I step on the throttle, the engagement is almost immediate, which kind of reduces that lash that you get when you take off. Not quite sure if it's the material or if it's because it's brand spanking new and the old one was super worn, but so far so good. So I can smell a little bit of belt without that cover on, but or without the side covers on anyway. So we're gonna get it back to the garage. Let's take a look at what it looks like. So far so good. You can see right now, really low RPM, it'll actually start to move. There's that clunk. I hate that clunk. All right, we're back. I got the cover off. Let's take a look. All right, let's take a look at how our belt fared out. Very well. Like I said, I have a probably 3-4 kilometer break-in on this currently. Seated perfectly up on top still. And again, the shifts were smooth, or the shifting was smooth. The transition between taking off and then going fast, and everything was really, really nice. It really eliminated a lot of the driveline lash. So testing this belt currently for the 3 or 4 kilometers I put on it, so far so good. I'm very impressed, especially for the price point of the belt. I'll put their website up here for you guys so you can take a look. So far so good. Again, we're going to be testing this over the next couple of weeks. My friends over at Star Night, thank you so much for sending this to me. Allowed me to test the product for you. And I'm really pleased because now I know the machine needed a belt. All you guys were right out there. Sometimes belts just make a difference. And in this case, this non-OEM replacement belt seems to be perfect. So why don't we take a really good look at the old belt here. Now, this is the first time I've ever really inspected the belt or had it off for an inspection. I feel no lumps, no ridges, no bumps in the belt when I'm running my fingers because the clutch sheaves right on this section right here. And it is a little shiny, but like I said, the machine was bucking when I was taking off. I always had a small little buck, and I had a much higher RPM engagement than I do with the Star Night belt on there right now. So if you take a close look, you see there's no damage. Looks really good. There are some shiny spots, but no cracks. And then again, I do have another OEM belt as a spare. So now I have 2 spares, one to get me out of the bush, which I've never run in this machine again because it ran like crap. I got the OEM spare that I had, which is apparently also used, but it was free. And now I'm going to run the belt that I have in there now from my friends over at Star Night. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I hope you learned a little something here on how to change a belt and how easy it actually is. And we'll see you guys next time.